welcome back. Welcome to you all and thank you for joining me again in a beautiful build this time. The previous are very nice as well, but this one was one that I really wanted to do. The USS Enterprise NCC 1701-D. And you've got some very nice, let me just take the glare out, some very nice pictures there. And you've got it behind me, of course. It is a really nice build, and I'm just going to start this and show you what I got. I have six packs in. I've got the 12-month subscription, so I'll get 6 issues per pack that I get, and I will get a next pack, well, around about the 15th somewhere. I should get a little bit more. I was charged or authorized on my card, but we'll see what that brings. In this little leaflet that we have here, and you can see here the introduction to your model, Starship Enterprise. You can see here, and it gives you some idea of what is going to happen. These nacelles each have their own power supply. I think that part will have its own power supply, and the saucer will have its own power supply. And the detail is pretty nice. I had a quick look at it, and what they call the Aztec coloring or the Aztec print, I like it. I really do. This is a bit about the model and how they come to the model that we're building now. It is actually 3 models put together, taking the nicest parts of all of them. You'll find that in the studio models that have taken and put that into the 3 they've taken and put it into the model that we're building. So some trekkies might think that is not, you cannot do that, but that's what they have done. In the magazine you'll get, of course, the build guide. You're not seeing this. Behind me the poster is life size. It's 50 centimeters. Let me just bring you back up so you can see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, it's you cannot see, but it's 50 centimeters wide and 70 centimeters high. This is a real life size model photography. So this is how big it's going to be. It's pretty darn large. And back to the magazine. There's a detailed instruction, behind the scenes information, and episode guides, so they show you a bit about the different episodes. And this is just the back of the magazine. And I saw as well in the other magazines that they have a beautiful picture on the back of each build. No, sorry, it's the same thing. So this is what I'm going to build today. I've got the first 6 packs here. And let me just show you the first one. This is the magazine, the first magazine that you get with the build guides of stage 1, 2 in it. And as you can see, it's a detailed guide of what you get in that pack. This is a detailed description of what you how to build it, and it's pretty good. I had a quick look at it already, and I read through parts of it, stage 2, and this part was nice to read. Have a look through that. It's just how they got to the different models of the Enterprise. All the differences. There's a bridge design which they have thought of, and in the article they put in this is just given an evaluation of what's the word? It just shows you how they came from designing and the specs they had from the production team, and how they got finally to the one that we know so well, with the 3 seats in the middle and the backing there, where a lot have changed as well. It's a nice thing to read through. The Lost Generation they give you a bit of a background of, and then it finishes with that picture. So we are going to start this build with the parts for stage 1, which we have here, which comes with a screwdriver, and our Gora models always gives you the black and yellow screwdrivers. I'm gonna put that in, and I'm gonna move the magazine over here so I can see it properly. So these are the parts, all the different parts that are in there. They all have names. I'm not gonna. Well, if I pick it up, I may look at it what the name is and let you know what it is. But it is really nice to see. Let's open up this pack. Always look at anything that is stuck in there. So I'm gonna leave it like it is, and I'm just gonna show you this. I don't know if you can see that properly. Yeah, you can now and again. Maybe you can. But you can see some really nice lines out there and color differences, and it's really subtle, but you can see it there a bit. It's a lot of people I see on Facebook are saying it's not nice, but I think it really looks nice. As always, the standard stuff that we're using is, of course, my standard screwdriver from Kingdom, the true tweezers from Tamiya, proper quality, and scalpel, and of course I like my rolling scalpel as well, but we're having packs at first and later on we're having sacks, so when we're having sacks, plastic sacks, I may be using them, but not at the moment. So let's get started. So we're going to start with this part. So it's what they call the bridge base and the bridge base model. So let's get the screws out. So there's a lug there, and of course the screw holes that we are going to screw them down with. Put them together like that, and we're getting an AP screw out. And all the screws that have an M on it are going into metal, and I'm usually putting some oil on it. So that's that, and I don't know if you can see it properly, but you do see some Aztec signs there, which is really nice because it looks pretty darn good. At least that's what I think. Okay, we're going to get the lights out, and there are a few in here, so let's see which ones we have to get. The yellow and white one. We need to get the one with this sticker. Take the bridge lights marked with sticker C. So we've got A, B and C, and we're going to take the C out. We've got the red and black, and we've got the yellow and white, as you can see right there. Yep, and that we're starting with the yellow and white, and we're putting it towards the rounded side, not the oval shaped side. And we are going to get part OJ1 in, and that should fit neatly over the light. And it does now. And that is in, and then we're going to get the bridge assembly, which is plastic, I think. We're going to put the wire through, the C wire through, and we're going to push it down, putting the front in, pushing it down, not too hard, but it's in its place now, and we're going to screw it down with AP screws. The screw of choice here. As you're screwing to plastic, don't over tighten it, but I had to push in the rim a bit. I don't know if you heard that or saw that, but like this it looks like it's supposed to be done. And I've screwed two AP screws in there. I've not over tightened them. And that's that part done. We're going to the next step, which is step E. And it's got all these lovely little things in there. Escape pods will be put in there. It's got these flush vents. And a lot of people are saying that on the real model it wasn't there. They were grayed out. But I think somebody's got a sense of humor if you're putting a light in a flush hatch. Just me showing that one of the hatches is open and there's a light on the other side, and they're flushing something. So I'm going to leave the light in just because they've got a sense of humor to put a light in a flush hatch. So I'm going to turn it around. I'm getting a proper cloth out. There are two little flush brackets holder. It says L and R on it, and we need to get the R out. Okay, sorry guys, I had to look at that properly. So if you're looking from this side, I'm looking from your side. This is the right hand side, this is the left hand side. So we're working on the left hand side here. And the left hand side has the see-through little hatch thing where the light will go through. That's where the part where I think they have a sense of humor and they're leaving it there. The green and red. So we put a little see-through, the clear part in. We're going to put the yellow and black light in then. Need to bend it a bit, but be careful when you bend it, don't break it, because you want the light still to be usable. Let's see if this works. It does now. So, and you can see it probably. Pushing it up a bit so you can see it more properly. I've got the clear part underneath, then because that's coded L, and I've put the black part on it, and I've put the wire B in, and I've taken the black and yellow wire there. We're going to put the CM screw in, and so as we're going into metal, we're going to use a bit of oil. Don't over tighten it because you don't want to lose the threads. It's all self-tapping. Then on the other side we're going to do the same thing, but then with the black parts, the right side of the bridge, a CM screw as well, and of course a bit of oil. Nothing wobbly, no wobbles. And we're going to get the big bridge part out, which is this one, clear. We're going to put it in. You see they're blacked out for some parts, and we're going to put it in. We're going to get the C wire out, sorry, the A wire out, and you can loosen them up. That does the yellow, green, black and red thing. We can pull them apart because they will be going like that more or less. So we need this part for it, and we're going to be putting the lights in through these slots, and they've got the little notches there as well. So, and I don't think it matters which you put on, which light you put on what side. They're saying it does, but I don't think it matters at all, because they're both going to be lighted at the same time. But we're going to do it as they are showing it. That one's in. There we go. Pushed in one side, lifted it up slightly because it's plastic and it's movable. And now we're going to put some more CM screws in. Well, we're trying it again. It's come loose. Forgot the oil. The oil is just to make sure with all the paint that is in there, it gets into the screw and taps itself in the metal. We're going to do that on this side. It stays in. pull the bit on it, and we're gonna put this screw in as well. And that's that. We will be wire tidying that later on, but be careful when you do it, because you don't want to break the wires. Something like that. We're going to get the bridge, the upper sensor platform. So that is going in from this side, neatly in there. Turn it around, and we're going to screw it down with some AP screws. And as you can see, I went back to my own screwdriver because I didn't like the screwdriver they gave us. We're going to get the bridge part along that we've done previously. Just get the lights, the cables through. It fits in there snugly. Oh my god, guys, it's really looking nice. I don't understand why people are not happy with it. CP screws, put that down for a moment. Excuse me for that. 3 CP screws. That is what it looks like now. So yeah, this is still free of wires, so you can always bore a hole in that and make sure you get some light in there as well. But that is still completely, utterly, totally up to you. I've put the light into the flush vent because I think somebody's got a great sense of humor putting a light in there. I'm going to put that aside, and we're going to get the escape pods out. They look really nice. They're really nicely. Of course, we need a sprue cutter here, and we're going to cut these out. Get yourself a proper sprue cutter, guys. I don't know who this is. I think it's a U-Star. So I'm telling you to get a proper one, but I'm not buying a proper one myself. There are LNRs on that, so you know on which side you have to put it. So we're going to put them here. I'm going to get the first one out, which says R. So that would be on this side. But I've got it upside down. That's the first one in. Push it down properly, guys. We're going to do all the other ones as well. So, and then the last one, I should take off that ring because I don't want to scratch anything. There you go, escape hatch is in. Now these lugs look okay. You can always put a drop of glue in there when you think they're in too loose, but because of the paint it's gone in there, it's sticking in there properly. And that is stage 1 done. Okay, so you can always, if you want to do a little modification here, I've seen people putting in a strobe light here and opening that up, because in the pictures you see that there's a dome there. That would be nice, but I'm going to think of that, whether or not I want to do that. We could leave this spaghetti on the side here, and we might as well go to stage 2 of this build, which is the nacelle. As you can see, and people have done a modification on it. I don't know if this is going to be lit, If not, I'm gonna do the modification now, and if it's going to be lit, I might think of not doing it, but we'll have a look at that. So that was stage 1 completed. We're going on to stage number 2, which is this one, the nacelle, and some parts for that, and some tiny parts there as well. On this you can see the beautiful Aztec coloring. And let's see, on this side it's not glued as good as on the other sides, and I really think this is good. No blemishes whatsoever. Beautiful. Well, that paint could have gone a little bit better, but I'm okay with that. Metal, by the way. Again, this is metal, so I might as well take my microfiber cloth out. Okay, we're starting with stage 2 assembly. We're starting with the nacelle, or what is this part called? The upper nacelle. So we're going to turn it around, put the little orange thing in. It doesn't actually show how, but I think, but it doesn't actually show. Oh, yep, on closer inspection of the picture, I've done it properly. So somebody's silvered that out, making that look like a coppery thing, so that's beautiful. But I don't know whether we're lighting that, so I'm a bit skittish. So I'm not sure whether or not we're doing something with it. So we're putting that part in, which is, and then in the rear we're putting this little thing in, and it has a D-shaped or an odd-shaped circle with a flat part there, so we can put that in properly. Then we're putting in the clear part on top, and it doesn't actually show. Yeah, I've done it right as well, because you can see here there are some little down grooves. Put them in like that, and it sticks properly. Then we're going to get the whole inner part of it, and we're going to put it all together like that. So is there any lighting going in there? I'm going to leave it like that for the moment, and maybe later on I will loosen it up and do something about it. So we're going to put some AM screws in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Okay, they're all in. Tighten them up all the way at the end. I don't know what that is. There might be a little light going in there. So that is step B done in stage 2. We're going over to putting that on the end. BM screws. So we're going to swap them over. And we're going putting 3 of them in there with a bit of oil on the tip. There we go. Did the wobble test. It was wobbling, so I tightened it up a bit. So we've put the back on the nacelle, looking really nice. And we're going to put the warp engine field grills. Same thing for the other side. There's a little notch in the front that you put them into as well. So, and I think we're putting a lot of AP screws in there, 8 in total. So it's firing time. wobble check, nothing there. Then we've got the back part of that grill, and we're putting it right there, and we're putting some more AP screws into that. We need to push that down thoroughly. There's a groove there as well that it goes into, but I had to push it down a bit. It's for it to slot in its proper position. So that's the field grill in. Yeah, on this that side it's not, there's no grills visible, but that is what it looks like. And that will probably go somewhere here, but we're not doing anything with that at this moment. And that finishes stage number 2. There we go. We've got some nice parts here, and the bridge, as you can see. Okay, that's stage number 1 with the bridge, escape pods, and all the lights that are in there. That is stage number 2, the nacelle, and we're going to build 2 of those, each having their own power supply. So that was stage number 1, or should I see, is it stage number 1 and 2 done with magazine number 1? And I'm going to be doing 2 in a moment, but you'll see that as the second video. Thank you for watching again. Hope you join me for the next one that I do on my channel, PJ Cooper the Model Builder. I'm Pete, saying thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and pass it on. And thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye bye.